Class 7, India and the World, AD 7th century to 12th century. We were talking about the Pearl Age and the Seine Age, and between the AD 7th century to 12th century, there was much interesting cultural exchange and conflict in India. Many instances of Indian cultural traditions can be traced in Southeast Asia, Tibet, and China. If you go to Sumatra, Java, Bali, there you will find many Hindu temples. Indonesia, even that is mainly an Islamic country, but they prefer to give the names of their children, Indian names to their children. The president, very recently, the president of that country was Mahathir Mohammed, means Mahathir Mohammed. Before him, there was Meghavati Sukarnaputri. Before her, there was Sukarna. So these names prove that there is a mixed culture in Indonesia, and the Ramayana is their epic of is their favorite epic, and they are surprised to know that we the Indians also know the Ramayana. It is very surprising to them. In every theater, in every dancing performance, Ramayana is performed, and on every occasion. However, that means there is a cultural exchange, and Indian cultural traditions can be traced in Southeast Asia. In Cambodia, you will find the famous Vishnu temple at Angkor Wat, and in Tibet there are many Buddhist temples as well as temples made with Hindu culture. So this is very natural, because the kings of this region sent their emissaries to those parts of Asia, and also representatives of the rulers of, from those parts also traveled to India to have their cultural exchanges. Sometimes kings and emperors ruled over parts of India, and sometimes Indian kings also ruled in many parts of those regions. So there will be cultural exchanges, and Indian cultural traditions are found there. It is clear that multicultural exchange has helped to develop a varied Indian lifestyle. In India, we can see the lifestyle is varied from region to region, but that lifestyle was not fixed. If you go to the South Indian states, the food they take every day there is somewhat different from the food taken by the Bengalis. Their dress is different. Their languages are also different from state to state. So, varied Indian lifestyles are found, and with the passage of time, such mixed culture developed, it's changed. As a result, even today you will find varieties of lifestyle in different parts of India. It is our duty to maintain such varieties by understanding them. We must try to understand each other so that the sense of Indianness becomes stronger day by day. With the introduction of Islamic culture, then Islam came into our country, and Indian scholarship gained much with the introduction of their culture. The mingling of two cultures had an impact on society, culture, and polity. The Islamic rulers invaded India, they conquered many parts of India, virtually all of India was ruled by the Mughal rulers like Aurangzeb. And during that time, there were many things in the administration, in the polity, in the culture, society, which were new, not Indian. Gradually, those things also changed. New dress came with the Arabians, new language came, Arabic, Farsi, Turkish language, Turkish invaders when came into our country, when invaded and conquered, they brought their own language, Turkish language, food and music, and art and administrative ideas, different types of arts, Islamic sculptures developed. The Taj Mahal is an example, is a glaring example of Islamic culture and sculpture. Many such examples are there. As there are rich Indian cultures were there, also there were many instances of Arabian and Turkish, etc. culture, and also there are in the northern parts, that is in Arunachal Pradesh, in Ladakh, you will find the cultures which are similar to the Tibetan culture. So there is a mixture, and with the passage of time, such mixtures also changed. And when the Arabians came, people opposed them. Indian people did not try to mix with them, and the Arabians also kept them separate for some period of time. But gradually they mingled with each other, and finally a new culture developed. That is the Indian culture, where a mixture of the Tibetan and Chinese culture, East Asian culture, and the Arabian culture, and finally the English culture. During the British period, the English people also brought many things new. Schools, colleges, railways, telegraph, all these things were new. And the British administrators brought these things to our country. Likewise, during the Islamic rule, they also brought many things new, such as music, art, culture, sculpture, dress, food, and both the cultures influenced each other. At times there was conflict, but gradually, after long association, the two strands intermingled. And thus, a new culture, new Indian culture developed, and that is the rule of the world. Reciprocal relationship between India and the world was exemplified by Dipankar Srigan Otis, the best and the most famous of Bengali Buddhist preceptor Otis during the 980 to 1053 AD. Otis was born in Vajrayogini village of Bikramanipur in Bangla. As he did not believe in Brahminical Hinduism, his residence is still called a homestead of a scholar atheist. Atheist who does not believe in the existence of God, he is called an atheist. He was initiated by Acharya Salroksit in the Odantapuri monastery and thus came to be known as Dipankar Srigan. He was probably the preceptor and Acharya of Bikramshila, Odantapuri and Sompuri monasteries. At the request of the king of Tibet, Gyanaprabha crossed the Himalayas into Tibet in AD 1040 to spread Mahajan Buddhism. Due to his earnest effort, Buddhism became popular there. He translated many Sanskrit books in Bhot language, though the original Sanskrit books are no longer available. The Tibetan translations are accessible. Sanskrit books have been lost with the passage of time, but their Tibetan translations are still available in many monasteries. In Tibet, Dipankar Srigan is worshipped as the incarnation of Lord Buddha. The site where his last rites was performed, মানে যেখানে তার অন্ত্যেষ্টিক্রিয়া করা হয়েছিল, ইজ এ পিলগ্রিমেজ সেন্টার। সেটা একটা তীর্থধাম। ইট ইজ নিয়ার লাসা, the capital of Tibet. He had great influence over entire Bengal and Bihar. So the Buddhist teachers thought if Otis would settle there permanently, India would be shrouded in darkness. That means Buddhists thought, they revered Otis as the light of Buddha Dharma, light of Buddhism, and they considered that if Otis lived permanently in that region of Tibet, India would be shrouded in darkness. There shall be no light in India. Much later, the famous Bengali poet Satyendranath Datta praised this talented Buddhist scholar in a poem. However, during this period of Indian art, language and literature, during this period, Indian art, language and literature spread to Southeast Asia. This cultural interaction took place through religious preaching and commerce centering in the Indian Ocean. Dance and musical recitals on Ramayana, I was telling you, were very popular. The Buddhist monastery of Borobudur in Indonesia in the 8th century was probably the largest Buddhist center in the world. In the first half of the 12th century, the famous Vishnu temple was established at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Later, the Buddhists also assembled there to pray. On the walls of the temple, the legends of the Ramayana were engraved, খোদিত আছে. But the relation between India and the Southeast Asian countries was not actually one-dimensional. একপাক্ষিক নয়, একরকমের নয়. India learned the cultivation of betel leaf and other agricultural produce from these neighboring countries. এইসব জায়গা থেকে পান চাষ শিখেছিল ভারত, অন্যান্য কৃষিদ্রব্য উৎপন্ন করতে শিখেছিল. আমরা জানি যে চা প্রথম খেত এবং আবিষ্কৃত হয়েছিল চীন দেশে এবং সেখান থেকে ভারতে এসেছিল. এইভাবেই কালচারাল এক্সচেঞ্জ হয়, এইভাবেই বিভিন্ন রকমের ফুড খেতে শেখে এক দেশের লোক. আমরা তো এখন চাইনিজ ফাস্ট ফুড খাচ্ছি. ইন্ডিয়া হ্যাড গ্রেট ইনফ্লুয়েন্স ইন দি আর্ট, রিলিজিয়ন, স্ক্রিপ্ট অ্যান্ড ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ অফ দিস কান্ট্রিজ, বাট দ্য সোশ্যাল অ্যান্ড কালচারাল ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালিটি অফ দোজ কান্ট্রিজ রিমেন আনচেঞ্জড. আমরা নিয়ে গেছি আমাদের দেশের সভ্যতা, সংস্কৃতি, খাদ্য, কৃষি কাজের জ্ঞান আমরা সে দেশে নিয়ে গেছি, সেখানে বলেছি, সেখানকার মানুষ তা গ্রহণ করেছে, কিন্তু তাদের নিজস্বতাকে বজায় রেখেই তারা সেগুলো গ্রহণ করেছে. The ingredients of an indigenous culture had received the touch of India's multifaceted cultural ethos. The ingredients মানে উপাদান of an indigenous culture, নিজস্ব সভ্যতা সংস্কৃতির উপাদান, had received পেয়েছে the touch of India's multifaceted cultural ethos, ভারতের বহু রকমের সাংস্কৃতিক ছোঁয়া, সংস্কৃতি জগতের স্পর্শ সাউথ ইস্ট এশিয়ান কান্ট্রিজ তারা পেয়েছে. সংস্কৃতি বলতে আমরা উই ডোন্ট মিন অনলি ডান্স অ্যান্ড songs etc. Culture, the word culture is very broad in sense. এখানে খাদ্য দ্রব্য, তার দৈনিক জীবনচর্চা সব কিছুকেই কালচারের অন্তর্ভুক্ত করা হয়. এবং সেই ইন্ডিয়ান কালচার, ইট received the cultures of the world and at the same time it gave the world many things and which were and those things were received and imbibed by the people of the world, and thus a global culture is developed.